Hello, everyone. I'm very excited to welcome you to the onboarding release review for the first half of 2022. My name is Fabian Hernandez, and I'm a principal consultant for Rizing. And today I will be going through some of the highlights for this upcoming release. I'll be covering both onboarding and onboarding 1.0 modules. All right, so let's get started. For the first one I want to talk about is the replacement for Docusign authentication. So this is applicable for both onboarding and onboarding 1.0. What is this feature about? So basically, Docusign has upgraded their security authentication method for signing documents. So if you are a client that is using Docusign for the signature step for onboarding, this is going to impact you. So pay attention, because you will need to replace the authentication method in the admin center settings in order to replace the basic authentication to the newer one, which is called OAuth 2.0. So the good news is that you will be given time to make this replacement. The basic authentication will be deprecated in September 2022, which means that you have a few months to do the upgrade, get the newer credentials from Docusign, and enter them into Admin Center. You can start doing them in tests so that you can do your testing properly and then move into production once this is available in the next release. The benefits of that is, without saying, is the security, right? Like, this is an enhanced security for all customers. This is universal, since it will affect everyone that is using Docusign for signature. All right, I'm gonna jump into the next one now, which is related to the latest homepage enhancements. So there's actually quite a few in this section, and I grouped them together because they're all related to the homepage. So as you know, SuccessFactors have upgraded to the latest homepage, and that's a universal push that will be impacted for all customers in the next release, or in this upcoming release. So as a result, all the different modules are being enhanced to make sure that they support the latest homepage. So the following enhancements are applicable for onboarding, and I have two enhancements that I will talk about. First of all, it is the to-do task for managers and participants in onboarding and offboarding, since these are now available on the homepage to be actioned right on the homepage through the new cards. What does that mean? So, for example, in the For You Today section, which is like the to-do section on the latest homepage, you have new cards available. For example, for managers or HR, they have the data review actionable from there. For onboardees, you have the compliance one. And for managers, either for onboarding or offboarding activities, you will have the card visible there for you to access all the onboarding or offboarding activities. So this is one enhancement for onboarding. The next enhancement that is also related to the homepage is to the latest homepage is the experience for the onboardees. So again, applicable just for the onboarding module. You can see new activities that are applicable for onboardees now in the latest homepage. Some of these were not available. Onboardees needed to go into the top right in order to see the alerts, but now they're going to be available right from the homepage. One of them is related to orientation meetings or the meetings that are scheduled by managers. So this content was not available before, and not with this upcoming release, they will be available for the onboarding. This is available in your onboarding guide section, available for onboardees. And finally, the third latest homepage enhancement that I want to talk about is about the onboarding 1.0. So this is just for onboarding 1.0. And this is just for clients that are using pre-day one. So clients that are using pre-day one allow people or new employees to access SuccessFactors before they officially start with the company. And as a result, they get to see the homepage for SuccessFactors. If you're not using this feature, so this is not applicable to you, but if you're using this feature, now onboardees can see a new card that is called the complete paperwork. So you can access that in the latest homepage now. So these are the small enhancements, but important ones to take into account to make the system overall more accessible with the latest homepage. All right, so now I'm gonna move into another feature. This is a major feature, and this is applicable just for onboarding, for the new version of onboarding. The enhancement is called Rehire with all employment details. So this feature is allowing you to hire or rehire an employee with an old employment record, with an old EC record. So in the previous version, when you identify a rehire, when you do your rehire checks in onboarding, if you identify a rehire, the only option that you had was to hire with the new employment, which means that you were not able to retrieve the old data from the previous EC record and use it, adding a new line of employment. This was fixed or enhanced in this new release. So that actually a great benefit for customers that are looking to do seasonal hiring, or they have high volumes of rehires. You know, clients that for retail, for example, that they only hire for the summer and then they will rehire those people the next season. So that becomes really, really useful for them to be able to use the same employee ID and simply take advantage of that older record without having to create a new one. This is a feature that is available for now only for onboardees that are initiated from SuccessFactors recruiting. So it wouldn't be available yet for onboardees that are manually added or that are imported via different ATS. As well, something important to mention about this is that it is currently just limited for customers that want to join the early adoption program. So if you are interested to explore this new feature, I recommend you to reach out to Rizing so that we can recommend that to add you to the list of customers that want to join the early adoption program for this feature. All right, so we're gonna move into the next enhancement, which is our last enhancement in this summary. This is related to E-Verify, and this is applicable for both onboarding 1.0 and onboarding. So basically, the enhancement is called Enhancements to E-Verify for onboarding and onboarding 1.0. This has to do with E-Verify, which is applicable for US customers only, that they are currently using the E-Verify feature. So E-Verify has been upgraded by the US government with a new API version 31. And as a result, partners like SuccessFactors are upgrading their systems in order to be compliant with the new version of E-Verify. So all these updates that are being done to E-Verify is to keep up with that compliance requirement from the Department of Homeland Security. So I will just mention a few of the requirements, a few of the enhancements that are part of this release. First of all, the duplicate case look-back period is extended 30 days, from 30 days to 12 calendar months. The duplicate cases for this time period must be closed before creating a new E-Verify case. Another interesting one is that you can no longer create an E-Verify case if there's an open case for an employee with matching SSN and for the same company. The duplicate case display limit is removed. Another one is you can now close E-Verify cases for the scan and upload status. We have a couple more that I'm gonna run through, which is you're now required to download the further action notice before you can refer a case. For case delays reasons, we're now including a waiting response on a case created with incorrect information. Case closure reasons now include other. And finally, Hong Kong was removed from the country list and Swaziland was renamed as Watini. So this upgrade, important to note, was already pushed to production. So it is documented as part of this release, but due to the urgency to be compliant with E-Verify, this was already pushed to production in March. So this is something that you will notice it already. However, all the documentation is now pushed into this release as well. All right, so with that, I close all the different, I finished with the last enhancement that I will present today, and I hope this information is useful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Rizing for any further questions or advice. Thank you very much.